longer an actor in someone else's play. They are the director of their own, and that's where your power lives. 2. Let silence do the talking. There's something about silence that makes people uneasy. Not the kind of silence when you're alone in nature or curled up reading a book, but the kind that happens between people, in a conversation, in an argument, in a room full of tension where one person chooses not to speak. That kind of silence feels loud, uncomfortable, confrontational even, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. We live in a world that teaches us to fill every second, to respond instantly, to explain ourselves before anyone even asks. But what if the strongest move isn't to speak louder, but to say nothing at all? Silence unsettles people who need chaos to feel in control. Some folks rely on noise, the back and forth, the drama, the endless commentary, to feel like they're winning. Because as long as you're talking, defending, explaining, they know where you are. They can track your emotions. They can predict your next move. But when you go quiet, you become unpredictable. And that unpredictability exposes their insecurity. They start wondering what you're thinking, what you're planning, what you might say, or worse, what you won't say. It's not the absence of noise that disturbs them. It's the presence of composure. Silence is not weakness. It's not surrender. It's not avoidance. It's discipline. It's the decision to step out of the storm instead of becoming part of it. You don't need to argue to prove you're right. You don't need to interrupt to be heard. And you definitely don't need to explain your every move to people who've already made up their minds. Some things don't need clarification. Some people don't deserve an answer. Let your actions speak. Let your absence speak. Let your stillness become a message so clear it doesn't need words. When you sit in silence long enough, something fascinating begins to happen. People fill the void. They talk too much. They repeat themselves. They reveal things they didn't mean to share. That's when the mask slips. That's when their intentions, fears, and insecurities spill out. Not because you forced them to, but because your silence made them uncomfortable enough to expose what's really inside. And you just listen. You observe. You collect the truth without lifting a finger. Because the person who listens sees more than the one who speaks. This idea runs deep in Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on human behavior, once wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." It's not just about refusing to fight. It's about refusing to lower yourself. It's about maintaining your inner order while someone else tries to throw you into disorder. Because when you stay silent, you're not just avoiding drama. You're refusing to give up your peace. And that choice, over time, becomes your reputation. People start to know you as someone who doesn't rise to petty arguments, someone who doesn't need to win the noise game to be heard. Now let's be honest, silence takes strength, especially in a world where the loudest voice often gets the most attention. When someone accuses you of something, your instinct is to defend yourself. When someone misjudges you, your first urge is to set the record straight. But here's the hard truth. Most of the time, defending yourself won't change their mind. It'll just exhaust you. And if someone's committed to misunderstanding you, no explanation will ever be enough. That's when silence becomes not just a tool, but a shield. You stop bleeding energy for people who aren't listening anyway. You also stop giving people emotional shortcuts. See, when you react quickly, especially with anger, sarcasm, or defensiveness, you make it easy